My biggest goal is to be comfortable in speaking in front of a very big audience. And I want to do that for me, my fluency, but also my kids. I want to teach them that if they want to achieve something, they have to work very hard. But also, I want to support them in case they will ever face any stuttering issue. I want to conclude my speech saying to all of the people that deal with stuttering every day, if I made it and I improved, anyone can do it. Because when you hear that you are fluent, then it's a matter of hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. But if you continue to improve yourself, anyone can become fluent.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Sylvia. That was really inspiring, especially because you actually persevered a lot, and like seeing how you put yourself in all these pressured situations continuously in the Toastmasters, and you really put yourself out there, and that was wonderful.
Yeah, that was so inspiring. That was so great. What crutch do you think helped you the most?
The crutches that I prefer are linking words, speaking in short increments, so short bursts, and passion. So that is always my speech plan when I have to give presentation.
Just want to say that was an absolutely fantastic talk. You know, I think it's criminal someone as beautiful and well-spoken as you ever had this stuttering problem. And like I told you when we first met at one of my many practice sessions, you are an inspiration because that before and after video, you know, that was so motivating and inspiring for me to know if I just put the work in and then, you know, I can also become an ex-stutterer. So again, thank you for the motivational talk.
You sound absolutely fantastic. I guess my question is, in your speech today, were you reading word for word, or did you kind of do bullet points, or how did you structure your speech?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So I didn't read, but I've written some points in the paper. And of course, since English is not my mother tongue, I prepared something like what I wanted to say.
Well, I'll just say it sounded super natural, but you're also very structured. So typically, if somebody just speaks off the cuff, then they kind of wander from subject to subject. And I was suspicious that's what you had done with the bullet points and kind of categorizing it. But you sounded really great. Your speech is very smooth, and you're very fluent. And the other thing I'll note is your pacing was consistent from beginning to end.
Well, first of all, I would say that I really enjoyed your talk. I would say it was actually my personal favorite I've witnessed so far. I was hanging onto every word you said, and really it was very relatable. Yeah, I think for most stutterers it probably was, but I had similar experiences in terms of school things and also in terms of always loving language and words. And yeah, I would describe it the same way. Words have power, and you really feel that. And you also feel that when you can't get words out, that power, your connection to that power is somewhat severed. Yeah. Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. It had great pace. Honestly, it sounded very professional, I feel like. I guess, yeah. Toastmasters. I gotta check it out, actually. I have not. I've kind of been waiting to see how it develops, but I think I will take your suggestion and join Toastmasters as soon as possible. Now to my question. What would be your tip on applying your speech plan 24/7? I'm asking for a friend, of course.
Reading aloud 1 hour. So when you read aloud 1 hour, then you got you got for the whole day, you know how to speak. it comes more natural. If you read aloud in short bursts, for instance, 2 words at a time, then for the whole day, it comes natural to speak slower, so you can have more opportunity to apply the crutches. And mind training. So mind training, I usually visualize myself on a stage with a lot of people and try to speak with as much as passion as I have.
Yeah, that was a great speech. And you have a beautiful voice, and I really liked your tone as well. It had a very nice, soothing tone. It didn't sound flat. It had some nice ups and nice downs. So that was great. My question to you would be, since you mentioned in your answer to Noah that you visualize yourself speaking in a room and stuff like that, do you also ever have to deal with negative visuals? Your past memories of you stuttering in groups, or speaking in front of or speaking in a high pressure situation, for example. So how do you deal with such negative visuals and speech anxieties, especially when you're anticipating a high pressured situation within the next few days or few hours?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So in the first months, I was doing mind training when I was trying to visualize me in front of a lot of people. I couldn't visualize myself in a positive way. But I didn't care about that. I continued with the affirmation. And even if the visualization of myself wasn't really good, so after some months, it's kind of the visualization changed. So it was like my positive affirmation influenced my brain and my memory. So I've started to visualize myself in a positive way. So it was a matter of consistency and resilience in doing the mind training with positive affirmation. But also when I was looking at me speaking in a bad way in my visualization, I paused the imagination and I tried to look very close at all of the people in the room. And in that way, the pressure just went away. If you pause your life and you take a close look to your audience, you see that they are just human with their problems and so on. So for me, that worked. And it switched my brain, and I've started to visualize myself in a positive way. So, and this is when I'm doing my training. When I have to do presentation, I freak out a few minutes before, but I don't allow any negative thought to enter in my head. So it's like a paper that you want to throw away. So you have a bad thought, you just throw away. You have another bad thought, you throw away. You don't pay attention, so you stop the bad thought. You don't listen.
So impressive. Of course, your speech, as many people have said, the pace, the short sentences, the full stops, the clarity was great. What's so impressive also is that people are asking you questions and you have to answer off the cuff, and you still have great pace, short sentences, full stops. It's just so impressive.
Yeah, I just want to say that your speech was heartbreaking yet inspiring at the same time. And it's wonderful hearing your story and your progress. and all the work that you've been doing in Toastmasters. You sound amazing, and keep up the good work. That is all.
So I have a hard time rejecting the negative thoughts. So how do you seem to do it so well? Or what do you do to block those thoughts?
Good. About the first thing that you said, that there are people who speak faster than others and all that. There is a thing that I've seen, because also people in Spain, just like in Italy, we speak fast, right? But I have seen that there are some conversations when you speak to someone and they speak really, really fast, and you have that urge to also speak fast, right? Because it's like the way of the conversation. But if you do the opposite and you become a very good example of good speech, just like you have done in your talk and in this meeting, speaking slowly, pronouncing clearly, and all that, I have seen that in most cases, the other person unconsciously does the same, right?
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will try for sure.
Okay.
For the tip. No, that's
Mhm.
true.
And it was a great story, and I think everybody kind of understand it and appreciate it. Sylvia, thanks again for a great job today. Keep up the good work. You're doing great. And all of you, thanks for coming, and I'll see you next week, I hope. Take care now.
I hope that you enjoyed exchanging thoughts with ex-stutterers and those fast becoming ex-stutterers. I will now end with our motto. Feel free to say it along with me. If you can say one word, anywhere, anytime, you can say and love to say any word, anywhere, anytime.